Well, we want to take this time, first guest in our program, and welcome him back from a very successful trip to Texas Cavalcade, as they call it, Mr. Riggs Eckelberry with OriginOil. OOIL is their stock symbol. And again, welcome back.
Don, it feels like it was a month ago.
I know, but it was a very successful trip, especially the video that you sent us in the last show. You really seem to have captured the attention of the oil industry with your frac water cleanup technology.
Yeah, and we've had good coverage. You know, Houston Chronicle, Hart C&P, which is a very influential trade magazine. Voice of America, we were broadcasting all over the world.
There you go.
You know, it kind of like makes me think of the Cold War days. You know?
Yeah. How do you follow up an act like that? Because that was pretty remarkable.
Well, what people wanted to see was the field unit, right, that is actual commercial scale. And we were able to announce shortly thereafter, last week in fact, that in fact we're, with our partner, we're moving ahead to have one ready this summer. And this is an exclusive for this show.
There we go.
But it's not going to be 1 barrel per minute, it's going to be 3 barrels per minute.
Wow.
Which means, you know, more than 4,000 barrels a day. That starts to be the kind of scale that can really work in a full-scale oil field.
Well, what's really amazing, you take 4,000 barrels per day of water cleanup. I mean, that's a significant number of trucks that they would have to lease, to rent, to hire to get that stuff to a disposal site, pay for the disposal. I mean, you're really changing the economic scale of how this is done to them.
Yeah, and look at the people in Pennsylvania and in North Dakota having to live through all those trucks rumbling down roads that are falling apart, really, because they just can't keep up with it. So it's a benefit on many levels. And then this week I was up in San Francisco, completely different. I mean, talk about a world of difference. You know, this was the Renewables 100 Policy Institute, and they had a wonderful conference called Pathways to 100% Renewable Energy, and they asked me to speak about that, and that was really exciting.
Now, when you're talking about that, now you're going back to the core of algae as a biofuel feedstock for biofuel production, correct?
Well, Don, we're agnostic, as you know, and so we have this core technology, and we're able to deploy the technology into different fields. So we're doing oil and gas. The algae thing is going very, very well. I've got my algae master. He's all over the world. He's like Henry A. Kissinger. And you know, he's going to Europe right now. He'll be in Singapore soon. We're doing a big aquaculture thing there, as well as more algae stuff. So that has just taken off.
Well, you can't even do a Bing search online right now for algae and not have the name OriginOil come up. So I mean, you become synonymous with not only the product but the technology. What can we expect now with the company going forward? As now we're firmly in the second quarter.
Yes. So now it really is about, you know, commercial milestones. We're making installations almost on a weekly basis. You know, the algae appliance, which is the base machine that people are able to try out, is selling very, very well. I'm beefing up that whole sales effort. And then meanwhile, the oil and gas activity, I think you can expect some very strong news coming along there. And then aquaculture is coming up. It's like a dark horse, because if you can show you can reduce the ammonia, that's money in their pockets.
Absolutely. Once again, OriginOil, but so much more than oil, as we're finding out every week. OOIL is their stock symbol. Riggs, thanks so much.
It's a pleasure, Don.